Hey, an update. I'm in Korea, so since I have movers in the apartment, I'm masking. It is 1:40, so we've been at this just under 6 hours and they're almost done packing up. I am super impressed. So we've got our bedroom completely done. My toddler fell asleep on the way home from coffee. I'm on like coffee number 5, it's fine. Let's see, so we've got hallway. It's 5:30 p.m. and the truck just pulled away. So I say it's successful. Hopefully it will be just as successful on the other end. Our stuff is supposed to beat us there, which fingers crossed, because that would be amazing. And we're gonna go eat some dinner with some really kind friends. Our loaner furniture got here. So this is the next step to set up. I'm going to sweep all of our floors, do a little bit of disinfecting, mop, and then unload all the stuff from our closed off room, and then redistribute all of our kitchen stuff and go get our supplies from the Airman Family Readiness loan locker so that we have kitchen supplies as well. And then hopefully just get to enjoy the next few weeks that we have left in Korea, and then we'll have our unaccompanied shipment as well, probably right before we leave. So that is all here for today, and I look forward to a restful day tomorrow.
Lindsay Andersen is an Air Force spouse of 10 years, and her family is currently on their second OCONUS move, DC to Hawaii, then Hawaii to Korea for a pandemic, and now they are getting ready to head back to the States. Lindsay, how long have you been OCONUS now?
This is our 4th year.
4th year. I
Wow,
can't
yeah.
imagine. And of course, you've done it through COVID. Didn't get
We
to see
have.
everything that you wanted to see in Korea, I know, but now it's time to head home. So tell us a little bit about your timeline.
Okay. So we got our orders towards the beginning of this year, which isn't necessarily typical for everybody. We were really lucky to get them early. We shipped our car and had our movers towards the middle of March. And now we're kind of in the waiting phase right now. We're taking our final adventures. We'll do our unaccompanied baggage probably the week before we leave. And then we are headed off to the States, and we will be hanging out with family there for the summer, which I'm very excited for. We haven't seen some of that family in 3 years. And then towards the end of the summer, right in time for the school year, we will go up north to North Dakota.
So quite an adventure in front of you. And
Yeah,
she also has 2 daughters that are
I do.
following along. You'll get to see really cute pictures of them here in a few. So it's gonna be quite an adventure for you guys. So you've already had the movers come. Your stuff is
Mhm.
gone. Walk us through what that day was like.
Whew, it was a long day. The great thing about Korea, though, Korea movers are very efficient, and I really didn't believe them until we had that move. Originally, our TMO told us that the move would take like 3 days, and then our walkthrough, they said 2 days, and it ended up taking one, which was amazing. So our movers got here about 7:50 in the morning. My oldest went to school, which was very helpful to have her out of the house. So we just had to deal with the 2-year-old. They came in, they packed everything up room by room. I made an effort this time around to make this the most organized move we've done, which was very helpful. So we had room labels on every room, and our movers were really kind and put the corresponding labels onto every box for the room that they were moving. We also packaged all of our little pieces up so that they just had to throw them in boxes as opposed to having free flying pieces hanging out for when we unpack, which is not fun, we have learned. By probably midday, they had packed up everything. Here in Korea, they kind of pre-cut the cardboard for all of the furniture, which was kind of amazing to watch as well. And I'd say like by 3 o'clock, they were moving everything into the crates by elevator. We live in towers here in Korea. So the video you're seeing now is across the street. Somebody was moving in. A lot of the apartments, if you're fortunate enough, have elevators like that move your goods up and down, which is really cool. I was very jealous. And then by 5:30, they were driving the trucks away. They nailed our crates in and they were out. It was a really fast move.
And then, of course, you guys had before your move, you had gone
Yeah.
ahead and sent your car ahead, correct?
We did. So we shipped our car early, knowing that we would want the car on the other side. And it's taking like a maximum of 78 days right now to get there. So we're without a car right now. We're only authorized one car here. So we had it cleaned, we had to deregister it and take it to the port to be shipped. So that happened that Monday, and the movers came on Wednesday.
So you have been very, very busy. And I know one of the
Yeah.
things that you did is there is a special something riding along with your shipment. Tell us about that.
There is. So we read that story that went viral. I'm sure half the people watching this know what I'm talking about, where somebody's goods were just hanging out with whoever was their shipper in like Jersey or something. And so we put an air tag in our bar that we bought here in Korea, and we can track it on our phone. I don't believe it works while we're here in Korea. It worked when we were on our network on base, but it pings off of phones. So once it hits the US, we will be able to check up and see where our household goods are.
Which is a great idea that I wish I
Yeah,
had had years ago when we started PCSing.
right? All
And
these
then, of
things that you
course,
don't think about.
exactly, exactly. And then there are these people that are amazing and they think of it and we all jump on board and do it. So
Yes.
tell us what your biggest adventure so far has been.
Um, well, COVID kind of put a damper on some of the big international trips that we had planned, but I'd say our best and brightest so far has been Seoul. We've done quite a few trips to Seoul. I've found that I really love the big city. We stayed at the military resort called Dragon Hill, and we've gone to the markets, done all like the Netflix food stands. So we went to the food stands. We went to the tallest tower in third tallest tower in Asia, tallest tower in the tallest tower in Asia, third tallest tower in the world, which was very cool. And Korea is really great at cafes, which is something that I didn't know before we came here. But everything is very Instagrammable, and it's just like a whole thing. So we've done a ton of traveling to cafes and taking pictures. They're very cute. And probably our ending here will be going to Busan at the end of this month. That'll be our biggest trip, I think. We were really hoping to travel internationally, but just because of quarantine laws, we weren't able to do that. But we're very excited for Busan. It's beautiful, and it should be good weather so we can enjoy some beach time too before we leave. Go back to the Midwest where there aren't beaches.
Yes, definitely get the beach time in for sure. So you mentioned that you have temporary furniture. How have
We
you
do.
filled the time since your stuff is gone and it is such a long period? How are you guys filling the time?
Yeah, so if you're here OCONUS, you do get temporary furniture, which has been wonderful. I actually kind of thrive in the minimalism of not having a lot of stuff. So I'm kind of enjoying it. Our place is empty. There are only so many toys around. It's easier to clean. But really, since we're leaving and we don't plan on being based in Korea ever again, we're spending our time taking the train and going as many places as possible. We went into Charlie a lot while we were here. I'd say like over half of our time we haven't been allowed to travel or go places, or there have been limits to what we were able to do. So really, we're filling our time by seeing everything we didn't get to see while we were here.
Awesome. And then you've done 2 OCONUS moves. At this point,
Mhm.
we have to call you an OCONUS expert. So,
I don't know
what
about
is your
that.
best advice for anybody who is going to do an OCONUS move?
Get comfortable being uncomfortable. My mantra when I'm not feeling great about a move is just it's going to happen no matter what. So even if you're not feeling good about it, even if it's not the most organized you've ever been, it's going to happen. You'll be on the other side of it. You will get to travel. It will be glorious. But yeah, I think just expect the unexpected, be comfortable being uncomfortable, ask questions. Don't be afraid to get on the spouse pages. I think that's probably saved me the most, being able to compare stories with other people to figure out where miscommunications are happening. A lot of time that gets you pretty far.
So, typical military spouse, just get comfortable being
Typical,
uncomfortable
be
and roll
uncomfortable.
with it. Roll with it the
Yes.
best you can. But we so appreciate your time and good luck on the rest of your move.